to another What I Eat in a Day video. I have literally just got home. I nipped to Tesco straight after the school run this morning. So actually, it's quite late and I'm a bit into misers of what to do about breakfast because it's actually quite close to lunchtime and what I plan to have is quite substantial. So I think I'm just going to start the day off with a lovely peach, which I absolutely love peaches. Normally I would have that sliced in yogurt, but I didn't pick up any yogurt, which is crazy. It's not like me at all. I just completely forgot. So I'm going to have a sliced peach with a glass of smooth orange juice. And literally, dinner will be in about 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm going to have a steak cheese sandwich with pink onion and béarnaise sauce, which I'm very, very excited about. And then for dinner tonight, I'm not quite sure. I think we're going to have chicken and chips, but I'm going to marinate it in a way that I'm not too sure about yet. Perhaps lemon and garlic chicken with brown sugar to crispy it all up. I'll figure it out later, I'm not too sure, but I hope you all enjoy it. If you do want to see these recipes in full and have them in recipe cards for yourself, along with other weekly recipes, because I send 5 out a week, join my recipe club. It's doing so well. So many of you are elated with the recipes and the meal guide sheets. It's just really, really lovely. So if you do want to see my recipes in full and you want them all in one place where you can put them in a folder or in a book, make sure that you join us. I'll put the link in the description where you can head over to our website and check it out, and I'll also put a video on the screen explaining what my recipe clubs are and where you can get access to 5 recipes from me every single week from as little as $3.75 a week. So yeah, enough about that. I'm gonna have some some breakfast, and then we'll come down, make that delicious sandwich, and I hope you all enjoy it. It is now lunchtime and this is my cut of steak. This is a sirloin steak and it's perfect for lunches like today when you want a sandwich. You can use minute steak as well, they're really fantastic, but I quite like a sirloin, and I think the next half I can use tomorrow for lunch, and that's absolutely fine. Perhaps in a salad or in a wrap or anything like that. I can have it with anything. So I'm going to do a very, very simple marinade for my steak, and the first thing I'm going to do is season it really, really generously on both sides. I like to season it straight onto the board, and then I don't have to faff around with using more plates, and I actually push the particles of salt and pepper into the meat to ensure that as much stays on as possible, because the last thing you want is under seasoned meat. And don't worry, I used another hand dipping back into these bowls. I'm going to pour olive oil straight on and I'm going to massage it in. And then next I'm going to use some steak seasoning. This is just a blend of herbs and spices that work really well with steak and ideal for quick lunches like today when I don't want to get my own spice blend made. And I really like it. It's by Schwartz and it's a really good one. Again, make sure that you season both sides. Keep one for the meat and keep one for, you know, whatever you're using, and massage it all in. And then once that is in the pan, I am going to spritz on some lemon a couple of seconds before I take it out, because I like that zesty hit. So my pan has been on the heat. I'm going to get this straight in now, and it will sizzle straight away. So the tip here is to rest your steak for as long as you spent cooking it. So if you spent, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes cooking it, that's how long you need to let it rest. While our steak rests, I'm going to cut and make some onions to go with it. Now you can use balsamic. I am going to keep it quite simple today and literally just fry these lightly in the residue oil that is in my pan from my steak, because that is just so infused with flavour anyway from the lemon. You don't need much for one sandwich, but of course, you know, if you're making this for more, use slightly more, but I'm literally just making this for me right now. So I have a bit of onion here and I'm just going to pop it in to that oil. And final flourish for the onions, I'm literally going to add the smallest sprinkling of demerara sugar just to caramelise them slightly. This adds both a lovely colour but also a lovely flavour as well. onions are done. They're beautiful and caramelized. As you can see, that demerara sugar has given a lovely texture and also a caramelly flavour, which I think complements the sweetness of the sirloin really beautifully actually. So I have some cheddar here. Feel free to use light cheddar or whatever you would like. These are convenient because they're already in slices, and I quite like that because I'm lazy. I'm simply going to take half a slice because that is more than enough for me, and I don't want the cheddar to over flavour. I just want it there for a bit of meltiness. You could add Gruyere as well if you would like, but Gruyere is a very, very strong cheese. This is a medium because I didn't want to take flavour away from the steak. And when it comes to the bread, I'm going to use these, which are the Warburton sandwich thins. These are ideal because they're low on any point value that you might be following. I can't really speak for Slimming World, I've never checked on that, but whichever plan on WW, if you happen to be following that, because I know some of you are, these are quite good in regards to point values. And when I was losing and tracking, I did have these frequently. I'm going to toast it because I quite like mine toasted, but feel free to just make it as it is. And I'm going to be using some béarnaise sauce, which is basically like a mustard with tarragon. It's quite creamy, quite rich. I really like it. I don't have it that often, but with steak, it is delicious. It's just one of my favourites. Even with chips or with fish, it's just really, really good. There's a sandwich thin that really doesn't take too long to get it toasted. Oh god, even that on its own, it just smells incredible. I absolutely love this. So a nice lashing of that on the sandwich. I mean, what a great lunch as well. You know, you might be tempted to have like just a boring ham sandwich, and there's nothing wrong with ham sandwiches or cheese sandwiches, but sometimes putting that little bit more effort in, I mean, this has been the work of minutes, you can have yourself a really delicious lunch, you know, and why the heck not? So we now need to cut the steaks, so I'm just going to set those aside for the moment with the cheese, and then we can turn our attention to our steaks. So this has been resting now for the same amount of time that I cook it for, and as you can see, resting it allows it to retain all of the juices and make sure that your steak is nice and succulent for as long as possible. If you're having a flat mushroom, I would definitely recommend this broth, putting it straight on, or if you're serving with chips, even so, that would be delicious. Just pouring on that steak stock is just delightful. Just got back from the school run and I'm about to have my afternoon coffee. So, mug and my afternoon treat. Hot Cross Buns. These are the Tesco ones, extra fruity, packed with plump oranges, soaked in sultanas, raisins, currant and flame raisins. So I'm going to have one of those with a coffee, and then I have an appointment, and then it'll be a quick dinner with that chicken. I'm also gonna have some raspberry conserve as well. This is beautiful. Honestly, I absolutely love it on toast. I love it pretty much on everything, on donuts. I just think it's the best. Alright, so our visit has just finished. It's now time to make dinner. So in this bowl I have some skinless chicken breast. I also have some lemon juice and a good quality glug of olive oil. I'm gonna season it generously with salt and with pepper, and I also have some rose harissa paste, which is delicious. I use it in a lot of my recipes. A red chilli that we're going to use half of de-seeded, 2 cloves of garlic, and some, it's just going to be like a rose infused ginger garlic chicken, which will be delicious. And we're going to have it with these chunky chips, which are very lazy and bought from Tesco, and they're already cut with the skins on.
Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, you got me upside down, upside down. You got me inside out, inside out. You got me right where you want me. It's what I want me. Alright, yeah, it's alright. Yeah, what I'm supposed to do. I can't get over you. I did just what they told me to, but I just think it's overdue. Being you, right?
That chicken was so good, and it was so simple as well. I had an appointment and I just brushed all it up, and it was amazing, and those chips were absolutely delicious as well. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you would like to see more recipes from me, or you would like my recipes with a walkthrough guide on how I make them, batch cooking, and loads of hints and tips when it comes to healthy habits and sustaining your weight loss and having a healthy approach to food, of all in moderation mindset, and then you can subscribe and join my recipe clubs. All the information for that is in the all the information about that is in the description box, and yeah, check it out if you're interested for regular written recipes from me weekly. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'm just going to end the night with some candy floss grapes and some water, and that'll be it from me. I hope you like the new end slate that you're about to see at the end of the video. I had an illustrator draw me and the family because I thought it'd be lovely to have a personalised end slate. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one.